coverage you can count on. KOMU-8 News starts now.
Today, this evening, and tonight, Jacksonville this morning.
A video game tournament in Florida turned violent this afternoon. Deputies say a 24-year-old man opened fire, killing 2 people and hurting more before taking his own life. Good evening, everyone. I'm Emily Spain.
I'm Eric Graves. Thanks for joining us. We want to warn you, some might find this video disturbing. For the latest on the investigation, here's NBC's Dan Shinneman.
Competitors flocked to Jacksonville to play an NFL video game. In the middle of the live streaming competition, the shooting started.
The first shot, everybody just turned around and looked, and after the second, third, fourth shots, everyone just took off and ran for the exit.
Authorities converged on the scene, an entertainment complex along the city's riverfront. Witnesses ran for cover.
I seen somebody on the ground. I seen a body on the ground. I seen a kid with blood all over him.
Police say 3 people were killed, including the shooter.
3 deceased individuals at the scene, one of those being the suspect who took his own life. There were 9 victims transported by JFRD to area hospitals. 7 of those had gunshot wounds. In addition, there were 2 additional gunshot victims that self-transported themselves to local hospitals.
Authorities have released few details about a possible motive, but they believe they've identified the gunman.
We believe the suspect to be 24-year-old David Katz from Baltimore, Maryland.
While authorities continue their investigation, the community must now cope with tragedy.
I couldn't believe it. I thought I was still dreaming, because I never in my life thought that this would happen in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, now the latest American city to be touched by mass violence. Dan Shinneman, NBC News.
Investigators say the suspect, 24-year-old David Katz, is from Baltimore. FBI agents tonight were outside an address in Baltimore as part of the investigation. Police there say they are assisting.
Our other big story tonight, it's hot, 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 but I don't have to tell you that, Eric.
I was sweating up a storm when I was out there reporting. And now we're going to go over to Kenton for a look at our forecast.
Hey guys, yeah, it's definitely been a hot one. Forecast and a look ahead to Labor Day weekend coming up.
All right, Kenton, thank you very much. The city of Hallsville is looking for a new police chief, and one councilman says that decision could come as soon as tomorrow. The position has been open since August 3rd, and the interim chief, Andrew Van Holten, submitted an application to stay on full-time. Currently, they are deciding between him and one other candidate. The city council wants someone who will be very active in the community because they say that helps lower the crime rate.
Officers are out and about and making presence and being out there at times where it's not predictable, that rate goes down considerably.
There's a special city council meeting tomorrow where mayor said they will be going over the police chief applications and might make a decision. Former chief Robert Bias left for a higher paying job with the Centralia Police Department where he previously worked.
New electronic scooters called Bird scooters are popping up all over Columbia, and they've got people talking. You can rent and leave them anywhere for the next person, but the City of Columbia and University of Missouri aren't fans because of safety concerns. I spent the day out talking to people who were birding and got their take. As of right now, people seem to be enjoying them. A Bird spokesperson told us the company talked with MU and city officials Friday and said it was a good conversation. Some of the safety concerns that go along with the scooters are people riding without a helmet, riding them on the sidewalk, and texting while riding.
Missouri State Highway Patrol is investigating a hit and run on I-70 in western Boone County. Troopers say they aren't sure who hit 23-year-old Tavon Coleman last night. He was walking near mile marker 119 in the westbound lanes, and he has moderate injuries. 2 people died in a Miller County crash Saturday. The Missouri State Highway Patrol says a Chevy Impala pulled into the path of a Ford F-250. The truck then hit the Impala. Coroner says 76-year-old Harold Rimpfer and 73-year-old Julia Rimpfer died at the scene. A 16-year-old boy died yesterday after his car overturned and caught fire in Phelps County. The Highway Patrol says Tristan Russ was driving on Highway 68. That's when he crossed to the center of the road, started to skid, hit a fence and a tree, and then flipped. Next, his truck caught fire. The coroner said he died at the scene.
Remembering John McCain, coming up how people will pay their respects this week.
But first, how about a live look over downtown Columbia on your warm Sunday evening? This is KOMU-8 News at 10, coverage you can count on. We'll be right back. Hundreds remembered Molly Tibbetts at her funeral today in Iowa. She was the 20-year-old Iowa college student found dead on Tuesday, more than a month after her disappearance in July. Family members and one of Tibbetts' teachers gave eulogies during the service.
And there was no hate in this service at all. This was all a very positive event for the community, a healing for our town, and a great opportunity to come together and show respect.
Tibbetts' father urged those in attendance to remember Molly for her passion for life and her desire to help others.
Tributes and memorials continue tonight honoring Senator John McCain. After battling brain cancer, the 81-year-old war hero and longtime senator died late yesterday at his ranch in Arizona. NBC's Jay Gray's in Phoenix tonight with the latest on plans to celebrate McCain's life of service.
Courage, honor, respect. Jay Gray, NBC News, Phoenix.
All of the services except for the family memorial at the Naval Academy will be open to the public. Kenton?
All right, here's your flight forecast for our day tomorrow. We're actually not expecting any delays here in these areas, but that heat is definitely starting to come on in all of these areas. We're in the upper 80s and upper 90s here, depending on where you're going. I have our full forecast looking ahead to a cooler end, or actually middle of the week. And then by Labor Day weekend, we do have some chances for showers and thunderstorms, including maybe even for Mizzou football. That's after the break.
All right, Kenton, thank you very much. Vegas may have Drew Lock as the #1 NFL draft pick, but later in sports, see what Chris Trevino and our hot seat guest have to say about his chances.